Hey, good morning. All right, it's Monday morning. Welcome back, everybody. So right now we're working through our our audience and games unit. We took a little rabbit trail through rhetoric. The reason being is because I felt like the unit itself didn't quite gel as much as I wanted it to, and I wasn't quite sure why. And as I kind of started to dig into what we had been doing previously, I think what I discovered was that we needed like a bridge, like a connection for you to see why understanding your audience and games is so important. And so my goal was, well, at least what I was thinking was that if we use rhetoric as that bridge, then this may make a little more sense. So I hope it does. So basically, today is your last. It's your last chance to play for this unit. And so the goal is to have your response completed by the end of the class period today, or even after class today. That's fine too. And then actually this week will be the last week for audience and games, and then next week we actually work into context, meaning does understanding how the game is situated both in the genre that it's in and the game itself. Does that help you better understand how to play the game? So, just to review, the goal here today is, well, first of all, just if any of you are still confused, rhetoric is just to persuade somebody of something, okay? And so in order to persuade somebody, you have to know who it is that you're persuading. Otherwise, you can't persuade them. So that's where rhetoric comes into play. If you know your audience, you can persuade them of things. That's what games do. Is games persuade you to do certain things, persuade you to continue the narrative, persuade you to continue to play even after your character's been eliminated a number of times. The games persuade you to do all kinds of things. All right. So if we think back to like when we talked about the article by Jordan Shapiro, or excuse me, the article, but that little section of the book, Jordan Shapiro. The idea is that we're all convinced to do certain things in games, okay, and probably things we wouldn't normally do in real life, and that's kind of the beauty of games. So you're actually gonna end up doing like 10 things, even though it's only 5 on Google Classroom. The idea is, remember, you come up with 5 examples of where you see your game convincing you to do something, and then that's the first part. Then the second part is describing, giving the reason why do you think your game is convincing you of that, and in that you should address the audience. So for example, in a game like Fez, for example, just because I can see it from here, you might have your character might be convinced to solve a puzzle, all right, maybe one puzzle in particular. So maybe that's your example, and then the reason, or what does that point to? You may say, this points to people that might be interested in puzzle games or even side scrollers, somebody who's maybe more invested in the game mechanics themselves because of the way that's designed. And maybe that's what that's geared towards. And so if you have somebody like that, they're going to be more puzzle driven possibly. Now this is all hearsay. Like there's no, all you're doing is just justifying your opinion, which is what all of this is, okay? And that's absolutely fine. So that's kind of like the second part of this. So yes, knowing your audience is important, but the second piece of this is justifying your ideas is equally as important, okay? So that's what you're going to do today. Google Classroom response, it's already there. Some of you have started. The goal is to have that finished by the end of the class period, if not by the end of the day. So today, the idea is for you to collect as much evidence as you can based around, rhetoric and trying to figure out what your game is convincing you of. I'll be around to ask some questions, maybe to help guide you to certain conclusions about your game that may help you better answer the Google Classroom response. All right, what questions do you have? Awesome. All right, so let's get to playing. All right, I think I'm gonna head to the Fez group first while the rest of you get your game system set up here, all right? Cool. All right, let's do this. All right, so we're starting with our Fez group, and it looks like you're in the middle of a storm. Why do you think it's raining?
To like show those blocks that you can jump on that you wouldn't see without the rain.
All right, so does it during the game does it ever rain or storm at any other time other than when you need to see those boxes?
I'm not sure. I don't think. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your goal right now? What are you trying to do?
Get up to the other platform. I don't know.
All right. So this reminds me a little bit like of the old school Nintendo games, but like I remember those games. It was all about like timing and those kinds of things. But there's no enemies in this, right?
No.
So it's not really about timing. It's not. I mean, playing the game itself is not difficult, is it?
No, not really.
So it's more about trying to use the game mechanics to solve the puzzles.
Yeah, it's more like that.
Okay. So if somebody likes a game with lots of enemies or like the killer mindset when it comes to Bartles player types, are they going to like this game or not? What do you think?
Probably not. It's more.
It's more of an achiever.
Okay. Any other player types you think this might interest? Explorer?
Explorer, yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Because there's a bunch of worlds that you can go into.
Okay. Fascinating to watch. I bet it leads to the thing up, see higher, up there. I bet it leads to there. There we go. Boom. Oh, that's a big cube there. That's like jackpot. Uh-oh.
It just like. Yeah.
All right, we're at our Minecraft pod here. Looks like you're down a person and survival.
Yeah.
Now, I've asked you this question before, but I mean, this is like the second highest selling game of all time, like right underneath Tetris. I want to say like 150 million copies sold, I think. Um, Maybe more than that. I don't know. What is the appeal to this game? Do you think?
It's a game you can play pretty much like any time, no matter how you feel. It's just kind of like an exploring game, like relax. It's not really stressful at all. So yeah.
Okay. All right. But you sometimes like the stress of games, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you're a Fortnite player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't always necessarily you don't always want the stress of games, right?
That's why in Fortnite, like, there's the competitive mode that just came out recently, which is called Arena, and then there's the which we call pubs, which is just the public games. Which pubs are more relaxed, and then Arena's more like competitive.
Oh, interesting. All right. Now, okay, so all right, so I know so like Minecraft is still like one of the most streamed games out there. Why do you think people still watch Minecraft streams?
Well, it really depends on what the streamer's doing. If he's playing in creative, survival, or like speed running, there's a bunch of stuff you can do in Minecraft.
Okay, so it's kind of versatile, so probably a wide audience then. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, so one of the answers to your question is the whole idea of like accepting your avatar, right? That's one of the things the game convinces you to do. But you can change your skins, right? Um, how important is it for people to have the right skin in Minecraft?
Well, like the skin, like can say something about you. Like they give you the option of favorite skins. You get all the default skins you can start with, and just like kind of like the creative side, you're not always just gonna be the normal default Steve. You can go with like you can pay to get like packs and stuff. To like let's say like Adventure Time, if that's like your favorite show, you'd probably like buy that and like look through some of the skins and stuff.
Okay. All right. So there are certain things they do to appeal to their to their audience, or like we talked about the idea of like convincing you that just to accept your avatar, even though you're basically all blocks, it's okay. You can totally accept that, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean I think what is it? I think your player is like 8 blocks across. I mean, obviously in real life, if your entire face was only 8 blocks, it would look a little weird. But we're okay with it in Minecraft. All right. Thanks. Good job. I'll be back. Is it still not working? I'll be with you guys here in just a minute. I'm not shifter yet. Shifter guy. Cool. Hey, there's one of those guys again. I'm gonna get this. Man, the damage. All right, so it looks like you got a sweet new power here with Zelda, huh?
Yeah, I'm basically a god now.
Now, will that break too?
Probably, but at
Oh.
that point, it's already in game.
Okay. All right. So you're just lighting everything on fire, huh? It's that old. It's that old adage. What is it like? Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. That's me. That's what I want to do.
Oh, this is not. This is not going to end well. I feel like it's not going to end well at all.
It's fine.
Throw a fireball in there. Oh. Oh no. That's interesting.
Yeah, how about them apples, Adam?
All right. So this is. Oh. Oh.
My fire's still gone.
Later on, you get a great flame blade, which is just a giant two-handed sword that has infinite fire. It's even better. You don't get that just a projectile.
It won't burn trees down either, will it?
She'll go with my fire.
Keep you warm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, grab me a torch. I was gonna say what?
Oh. That's not good.
This is how I wanted
It was a little too warm
This
for
is
you.
how I wanted to go.
Oh man. Game over.
So what's up? What questions you got for me?
All right. So you've been playing Zelda now for a while, and this is the first time you played Zelda Breath of the Wild, right? With this unit.
This is my first Zelda game in general.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So. I mean, I've asked you a lot of questions about audience, like who do you think this this game would appeal to? Oh, that's just mean. So I guess the question then is, you know, what I guess what's driven you on? Because this is the first time I played Zelda. You have nothing. There's nothing really invested in this. I mean, other than the time that you spent here during the class period. So what makes you want to keep going on?
Well, I mean, it's a great game, and I love open sandbox games because I love being able to like go up to someone and stab them in the game that is. And I mean, it's just really fun because I don't really know much about the history of the game, and just being able to explore the world and find some of that stuff is pretty cool to me. And also like just finding certain armors and like weapons that give me powers of a god, so that's also pretty cool.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Now, does it bother you knowing that you're not going to actually beat the game?
I try not to think about it.
Okay.
Right now, I literally am like not. I haven't done a quest in a long time. At this point, I'm just kind of killing people, taking their stuff, and then I just keep going.
Okay.
I really wish Link could be evil. Like I really like.
Oh, like you can pick a side?
I wish it was a reputation system, and then like I could just like kill civilians and be bad. That's all I want.
I just have Link go evil.
Yeah.
Instead of helping Hyrule, he takes it over.
Yeah, that's the next game.
Okay, I see. See. Not Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's Zelda Death of the Wild. Is that what you're
Death
trying
of
to
the
say?
Wild, yeah.
That's
There's actually two. It's
dark.
When you're a good person, it's Breath of the Wild.
When you're-
But when it's evil, it's Death of the Wild.
So what if? So serious question. If you could become Ganon, like who's taken this place over, like
Oh,
let's
yeah,
say at the very, what if at the very end they gave you a choice?
I want the power.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want
Okay.
to be ruler
Okay.
of the world. If I can destroy this world even more, I would.
Okay.
Chaotic evil.
Now we do have a Minecraft pod here. Is that part of the appeal of Minecraft?
No, because
Destroy?
there's no one to take over. This is actually like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like yeah, there's the
There's villagers.
There's the villager. Those are just walking blocks. There's
Okay.
nothing special.
Okay. Okay.
No soul.
Okay. But here you've got people that are actually like invested. and-
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little more maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I could do like a forced marriage kind of thing. Maybe so that I have the power. of the
Okay.
kingdom. What more could you want?
I wouldn't want to live there, but I mean,
What's gonna happen? He's gonna like after this game, back
Well,
to his house.
Who knows?
He didn't
Well,
sleep.
before this one, he was like frozen, wasn't he?
Yeah, so like, he was in a slumber.
He was in a sleep.
He was gone for 100 years.
What about Zelda in space? That'd be a whole different demographic right there. Space Zelda. Right?
2001, that's Zelda Odyssey.
See, perfect. That sounds awesome. Zelda versus or Link versus Mars.
Okay. Is that the back of this place?
Yeah, that's the castle.
What if
If you go there, you can somehow make it.
so didn't they have like Zelda Link to the Past? That was one of the games, right? What about Zelda Link to the Future?
Yeah.
And it was like a Back to the Future Zelda crossover.
And like, he's evil now. I mean, I'm game. Let's get it going. Get
All
his
right.
contacts up.
All right. I'm not sure that would be a selling point. Is the appeal of Link that he's like always the hero? Is that the appeal, you think?
Maybe that's what would make the best story, that for once he's not the good guy.
He's the bad guy.
Maybe, like,
Okay.
Adam, does he have a thing for Zelda?
I really don't know.
Okay, in this
I mean,
world,
she probably has something for him.
So-
let's pretend in this new
Just
world
'cause he
that,
says a word.
in this new world, he does have a thing for her.
Well, what
She
if
doesn't want it.
what if all the guys that you're destroying right now, like those blobs, like they just appear out of nowhere, and what do? You just destroy them.
Yeah, that's how I
They're
like
just existing. I mean, maybe you are the bad guy.
it. Their purpose is for me to kill them.
Yeah, that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
So is Link really the hero? That's the question.
Yeah, maybe these blobs are just like trying to start a family. You know,
Yeah,
maybe they've had
and
a
they
hard
just
life.
see you as a threat to their way of life, and so they're.
Maybe we're not even the good guys. Maybe Ganon is actually. Maybe Ganon's just like Thanos, and he's just trying to make it good for people. They just don't see it yet.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like erasing half the population of the entire universe might be a good thing. I don't know.
Full stomachs.
I mean,
clear sky.
I guess, but I
Thanos
mean,
knows what's good.
I don't know. I'm not so sure. Not so sure, but I'm not sure that the ends justify the means there. I don't know.
Look, Adam, there's one of those robots.
Oh yeah, it's like a drone. You better watch out for that. It'll track you down.
They have drones in this game?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Everything. You got, like, big
that's
spy bots, you
awesome.
got drones,
Yeah.
they got these
So they do have like future technologies.
You got a laser on you.
Ganon
There's
is,
a spider bot.
Oh, those guys are.
Ganon is
better
basically
run.
Elon Musk.
That guy looks. I'm not sure that makes sense, but okay. I mean, these guys, like, look at this technology. This is pretty advanced technology here. Look at even the blue guys are running. I don't know. Wow, that was one hit. That guy's tough.
You use an arrow and shoot him right in the eye, it'll stun them, and then you can beat the crap out of them. And then shoot him again, you beat the crap out of them, and then shoot him again.
We're-
Can you beat the crap out of them?
All right, well, good luck. Good luck. I'm not sure where we went with this, but yeah. Okay, we're at our HTC Vive pod here. We just got done philosophizing about whether or not Link in Zelda Breath of the Wild was actually a good guy or a bad guy. So we're moving on to something new here. So this is the Wizards HTC Vive virtual reality. So what's happening right now?
We're trying to find a key.
Okay. All right. So what? I guess the question is I mean, you guys have gotten pretty invested in this game, right?
Yeah. We've gotten pretty far in it.
So why do you feel so invested in this game?
Because it's like not being able to find something irritates me, and it makes me want to... Oh, I found it! Will, pick it up. You're supposed to put it in your pocket. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. not being able to find the key or something like irritates you, and it just makes you want to keep
I'm not
moving.
saying this cannon is suggestively
All right, so this
placed.
game does a pretty good job of convincing you to continue the narrative, right?
Yeah. What the heck is that?
Can't be a safe planet.
Whoa.
No wonder
I
the
think it's
mines
supposed to use
collapsed.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it's moving and stuff. No, yeah, you're supposed to use the cannon. Go behind it. Yeah. And then, like...
Can you? It almost looks like you could move it like it's on a track. Almost.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like an old school, like a ship's cannon almost. It's got crystals on it, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Shoot it with a bow. Try shooting it with the bow. Because you're definitely supposed to use that cannon now.
It almost went right. Like it didn't even like try to shoot.
Shoot it from the back. Shoot it from the back. Not. Shoot it from the back. Like go from the back of it and shoot the arrow through the hole in the back of it.
You can charge this mortar with lightning.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. That helps. Okay, so
That's lit.
the puzzles in this, are they tough to solve?
Some of them are just like, you know, plain as day and you can just figure them out easily. But some of them are like so hard and it takes me, like sometimes when I play this game, I like can't even get past it until the next day.
Okay, sometimes it looks like they'll tell you sometimes in terms of what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do too, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a narrator and it'll tell you.
Okay, well that's cool.
Otherwise.
Alright. Okay, we're with our board game group here, and they were playing this War is Mine, of Mine, Is Mine, Are Mine, based on the video game, and they've switched to Pandemic. This is, I believe, their second day playing Pandemic. So why did you all switch?
Because this war of mine is very difficult and this is less difficult.
That's fair. All right. Okay. So let me ask you then, do you think a game like Pandemic is maybe for a wider audience?
Yeah, I would say so.
Are the game mechanics any more simple?
Very much more simple.
All right. Now, I know Pandemic is a pretty popular game. Probably a little more popular than This War is Mine. Even though that is based off a video game. Do you think you can make Pandemic a video game?
I think they probably could. I don't think it'd be that hard.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you, what convinces you to actually what makes you want to beat the game?
Well, we gotta save humanity from diseases,
Okay.
I suppose.
All right. It's believable enough to make you want to, even though we're just looking at some colored cubes here on this board, you still want to try to eradicate those, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be necessarily like virus-looking things, right?
No, these are just cubes and
Okay.
like bacteria symbols.
Cool. All right. All right, so we're back to Fez here. Some cool looking torches. Uh-oh, that doesn't look healthy. Black holes are generally not a good thing. All right, now have you gotten frustrated with this game at all?
Yes. All the time.
Is that where you are right now?
No. I'm just having fun.
Okay. Does this game stress either of you out?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's like when you can't get something, it like stresses you out. When you're like doing good, it's fun.
Okay, all right. I guess is there enough like risk and reward? Like, do you feel like you can get enough of those cubes often enough that you just want you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you ever get nervous like when you're jumping?
I'm gonna die all the time.
Like right there? Oh, sorry. Probably didn't help. Oh, oh man.
Oh, I see now.
That's a leaf. Oh. The worst part is look at how sad he is too when you drop. That's so sad. That's he got smashed.
I gotta hurry. Smush.
Oh, nice job. You figured it out. Okay, so now you know what to look. So now you know what to look for, right?
Yeah. I'm so far, like, we're far enough into the game we know what to do.
Okay, and the game mechanics pretty much stay the same, minus the squishing piece.
Yeah. Like, that part never happened before.
Okay, is now that you've picked up on the game mechanics, I mean the game mechanics themselves are pretty simple. Does it get boring at all?
Not really.
All right. No, that's a new one, isn't it? All right, so we're back. Minecraft here. First question I have is, if you can switch to creative, what makes you want to do survival?
The restraints. I like it way more than just being able to do like anything. I like the more like challenge.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like survival Minecraft better too, actually. If I'm gonna play, then yeah, no doubt. This looks like quite the mine you have going here. It's like good Minecraft fashion, making the stairs, not just mining straight down. You find anything good?
Yeah, iron just found gold recently.
Okay. If only it were that easy to find gold in real life, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of mining?
Not really.
There's something calming about it, isn't there?
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Now, I know last week you talked about this appealing to like a younger audience. What about like an older audience? What about like, like, I don't know, 65 and above or 70 and above?
I think they could play. I think it's really made for anyone, but like younger audiences, like what it's mostly targeting. But it's made for everyone.
Okay. Do you think part of the appeal is the fact that there are so many people that play Minecraft and have modded it? And I mean, is that part of the appeal now? Is just being a part of that community?
Yeah, because like especially with like the mod packs, it can like target people that like better graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah. Interesting. It's one of the few games you can really customize exactly the way that you want. Okay, so looks like you advanced a little bit since the last time we talked. Something tells me that this may not be the same Switch that you were on earlier. I don't know. It's just a hunch.
God.
This is impressive. I mean, learning curves, but wow. I mean, this is this is whole nother level here. All right, so we're at the end of Breath of the Wild here. Okay, now so one of you played the entire game through and beat it. The other one just started playing during this unit. So, do you feel emotionally invested in wanting to take down Calamity?
No, not at all.
All right.
Fireball. Fireball. Now go beat the threat metal. Go.
This is a big Calamity Clam.
He's a big guy. Does this feel more intense than a lot of the other bosses that you had to fight so far?
A bit.
Okay, alright. All right, so it looks like we're about done for the day, everyone. So if you haven't responded to Google Classroom, you have about 5 minutes. I would definitely get that started. Remember, earlier in the class part I said it was 5 examples of rhetoric. It's only 4, actually. That was my bad. I messed up. Okay? So finish up your playing, finish up your games, finish up your responses, and great work today. All right? We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks.